All right, welcome to week 4 in the ARCA Menard series. We are at Kansas, kind of a Chicagoland 2.0, very similar track. It's cookie cutter 1.5 tri-oval. Does drive a bit different, and the wind here is, I think, even more important than Chicagoland, where I didn't really see a ton of difference. Here, the track is night and day, depending on if you have like a north-facing wind and a south-facing wind. So I'll give you quick tips. When it's north, you could take turns 3 and 4 flat out. When it's a south wind, you could take turns 1 and 2 flat out. I think we're going to mostly see north winds, though, because that's almost all I've seen when I've loaded up AI races. I think I've had 1 or 2 test sessions that loaded up with a south wind, so I think it's mostly going to be north, but who knows for sure. It is a lap 2. This northeast wind, another wind tip, is probably the toughest one to deal with when trying to run flat out on the top in 1 and 2. Because you could still run flat out on the top in 1 and 2 when it's north wind, usually. West is a little bit, northwest wind is a little bit easier to go flat out. So the northeast is the toughest, so we'll see if I can do it. You have to turn in early and aggressively to make it stick. It is a lap 2, this is just going to be a throwaway. My goal is to get a little bit of heat in the tires, but not too much, because it's like 1 turn is super speedway, and 1 turn is like I need the grip to make it stick. So I'm trying to find a happy medium, so I'm not running super hard this lap, but just trying to get a little bit of heat. Here's the run-up. It's just a flat-out top 3 and 4. It's pretty much always the same amount of the wind. Go. Looking for about 189, 190 at the line. Let's get back up to the top so we can get ready to turn in. Aggressive and early. Lots of wheel. Okay, we've made it. Try to use the wheel as low as possible now. Unload early. Alright. Now we're home free. Super speedway bottom. 3 and 4. Could have been a little lower, but it'll do, pig. That'll do. Oh, right. And as always, it disappears. We run, hopefully a 6. Oh, 29,602. Not bad. Especially for a northeast wind. That's a tough one. Northwest or north, it's a little bit easier to get it to stick at the top of 1 and 2. But if you see a northeast wind, get ready to turn early and aggressive into 1 and 2 to make it stick. For giggles, because I don't think you really need to see the far chase, let's try a bottom. I'll show you that, assuming I can hopefully hit it really good, I don't think it can be as fast. It's good. We have the same type of wind, and presumably the temperature is the same. Temperature looks like it's 89, and I think it was a fairly clean track that loaded up. It was like 1%, which is funny. So it should be fairly fast, but the temperature is a bit high. 89, I think that's probably the upper end of what we'll see. But okay, let's give it an honest try as hard as I can. Bottom 1 and 2, see how close I can get. Yeah, in the past when I looked at people's old qualifying videos, they always run bottom 1 and 2 for qualifying. But I know, there's been some changes with ovals here and there, with like the refresh, incremental changes. And also, apparently they changed some of the sets this season. So I don't know if that's made a difference. But yeah. Let's turn on our... That'll work. Oops, I was supposed to go flat out. That's alright. As long as I get out at 182, 181, yeah, it didn't bother anything. Don't hit the wall. Okay. Please hit 190 at the line so this can be accurate. Alright. Give us a few hundreds. Don't clip the apron. Okay, yeah, it's just not going to be, like, I might have messed up the run-up just a bit, but not that much. It's not super off. 6.5, so half a tenth. Man, I really don't think that my little mess up on the run-up caused that much. It was close, though. It's actually, I'm surprised how close that was. So I don't know. Maybe it's just what you're best at. You know, if I had hit that run up, not messed it up, that could have easily been a 6-3, I think. So, I mean, that's 300ths. But that's normally about what I see. It's normally just a few hundred slower when I try the bottom. Yeah. So, I hope this is helpful, and I hope to see you out there this week. Hopefully I can get a few more polls. I'm getting close to, I think I got 75, so I am hoping to tie Jeff Gordon soon, which would be, you know, just a fun thing to do. It's obviously not serious. Anyway, I'll see you next week, and hopefully this is helpful. Have a good week.